Sweet.
See, this feels refreshing, man.
It's been way too long.
Oh my
Way
God.
too long. Like I remember years ago, this was like the norm.
Yeah, I'm about to say we used to do this all the time. Now neither of us work where you work anymore, so it's a
Yeah.
little tougher. But
Yeah, welcome back, Brandon.
Yes.
Randy,
Hey.
So this whole month, the theme has been time and money. Each movie review has either been about time or money, and obviously this Back to the Future trilogy is one of the best. Okay, let's giving too much away. It's a classic movie about time, and it's funny. I know from the back end that this has been on multiple years of the plan, but always had to be bumped back due to timing for
various reasons.
yeah, exactly. It when
Ironically enough, we do not have a time machine. There's no DeLorean to travel back in time and make these videos.
well, and also when you have to work with three separate people's schedules, it really becomes challenging. But I'm glad that we all were able to get together to talk about Back to the Future, because to me, not only is the story classic, not only is the music fun and hit,
Timeless.
but there are just so many one-liners that stick with me. Like, manure. I hate manure.
Yeah.
Marty, you're not thinking fourth dimensionally.
Fourth dimensionally.
He's like, I always struggle with that. and just so many things, you know, it felt like kissing my brother. like my point just is there are so many positive feelings that I have for this trilogy that I'm actually going to grade it differently than any other all or nothing that we've ever done on the channel, because the rule is either everything is above 3 stars or nothing lives. But upon watching Back to the Future Part 2, and Back to the Future Part 3, I am only giving one score for this trilogy because when I was watching it, it just felt like you take out a couple of graphics and the credits twice over, and it's like this is one solid movie. Because in the modern age, whether it be Zack Snyder's Justice League,
I mean the Snyder Cut Justice.
Correct.
Super Justice.
or the upcoming Avengers Doomsday movie,
Which will definitely be 4 hours.
it pushing real close, if not 4 hours exactly. I think that it's also the idea of streaming, right? How many things have we all just sat down and said, "Oh, I binge watched it," right?
Yeah.
And so with that,
Actually, I've been watching these movies in preparation for this.
yeah, and so with that, I feel like the reason I'm giving all 3 movies just one score is because I felt like in a different time, in a now time, if you released them all cut as one film, I'd go watch that. Or if you said, hey, this is an option of a way to stream it, I'll do that every time.
Absolutely.
Because of how fluid everything feels and fits. We were talking before I hit record about how highly you regarded the third act of Back to the Future 2.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously it's because of it happening in the third act of Back to the Future,
Future one.
the first part.
The OG.
I think that's why I so easily feel like it's one coherent story. Whereas many other franchises, I don't feel that way toward. Something else that has been multiple times changed in release is The Matrix. Because of timing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, that All or Nothing is the easiest one to put off if ever there's a movie to put off because it's more than one movie.
Yeah.
And if you're going to replace something to put out for content, it's like, oh, let's replace 3 or 4 movies with just one.
Nice and easy. Nice and easy.
And often I'll replace that with like an animated thing because they tend to be more compact.
Yeah. So Oz is doing the 1 score thing. I'm gonna stick with the
Sure.
traditional, tried and true 3 scores. But Back to the Future is a phenomenal movie. Phenomenal
Yeah.
movie.
The first one?
especially the OG.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Like, I watching that movie back, right? And I'm like I said, I'm remembering all the one-liners and I'm laughing all over again. Like Oz was spitting the one-liners out, and I'm like, oh my god, I remember that scene. Oh my gosh, I remember when this happened. Like the prom scene is still funny to me. Like, it's gonna be huge.
Yeah, your kids will love it.
Your kids are gonna love it.
The principal's still looking the same. Exactly the same.
Love that.
It's a completely different level of nostalgia, and then obviously the music, ironically, still holds up as well.
Oh yeah.
Like it's incredible how timeless this movie is. Very ironic because it's a time travel movie, but
So, this is absolutely not important, but I just want to say
which
that
is why we gotta say it right here, right now.
It always stands out to me, October the 26th, 1985, because it's the year my sister was born, and the year and the
that's
day my sister was born.
That's
Like
crazy.
that, I was
So
like,
you gotta memorize
that.
it. It's like, hey, when did they travel back in time? Oh, I got that.
Well, that's the day they leave is October the 26th,
October 26th.
and they return October 27th, 1985.
Yeah, perfect time. Perfect time.
And you know, kind of rewatching it, especially as a kid, I didn't even notice some stuff. I'm like, oh wait, he stole like plutonium, uranium from his terrorists, and they gunned him down in a drive-by. I'm like, oh my god, Marty almost got blasted too. I'm like, wait, this movie is crazy. Like they literally were just waiting. Like, is that him over there? And they wasted Doc Brown.
Watching it now, it kind of like reminds me of like old school Rick and Morty. Now, like, well, I guess Rick and Morty would remind me of Back to the Future.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like time wise, but like just like, oh, they're going on this insane adventure with this crazy old man and this kid, basically.
Yep.
And literally anything in the world's on the table. Anything can happen. They're like, all right, we're about to steal something crazy from this crazy organization, and we're probably going to get killed, but everything will be fine. Everything will be fine by the end of the day.
Well, the thing I love about the terrorists and the plutonium is, and like you said, the drive-by, is just the contrast between what is PG in
Right.
in
that
these days, yeah, and what is not PG now.
Yeah, because that would be
that would have been a shoot. I was borderline G-rated almost, you know.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, that's the crazy thing about the fluidity of the rating system.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny because I like the behind the scenes of this movie. Not sure if you guys didn't know,
I never
but
watched.
they wanted Michael J. Fox,
I did
Oh,
not know.
but
I didn't know that at all.
but he couldn't do it
Because of Family Ties.
right? So they
Oh.
hired Eric Schultz to do it,
You
and
know,
there's like a whole bunch of like scenes that Eric Schultz shot that you can actually watch online. They did like 80% of the movie.
I'm gonna have to look this up. I didn't know this at all.
Yeah, they did like 80% of it.
Nobody liked him.
Oh.
Yeah, so there's
So
like
he had this method where he said, "Call me Marty," and he would only answer to Marty. So when the director told Christopher Lloyd that they fired Eric, he said, "Who?"
Oh.
He was probably being funny, but
Yeah.
still.
Yeah. So then
This-
the
I didn't
lead
know this at
actress
all.
from Family Ties, she got pregnant, and that freed up Michael J. Fox's schedule. And the moment that he was like, people knew that he was free, they basically fired Eric Schultz, and then they rehired.
But
yeah.
other than the attitude of I am
Yeah.
Marty, do you want to know the other major thing everybody had against him?
What?
Is he would act like that it was jarring to him to be in the past, right? The car's
man.
coming out, you know.
I was about to say.
And they're like,
oh,
this is a
Eric-
comedy guy.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Marty wasn't happy that a animatronic or a 3D shark came at him in
Right,
the
right.
second movie, but like we're still having fun with
I'm about to
this.
say you're still supposed to laugh at.
But he was almost presenting it like he
It's
might have a
serious.
heart attack. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he was serious.
that would have killed the whole movie.
yeah.
And
yeah,
that's
so-
why they had to get rid of him. It's
Yeah.
like they were like, this is not gonna work.
Yeah, like the behind the scenes of Back to the Future is like really interesting.
I love Back to the
I'm
Future.
out- I'm out
I
to
love
say
behind the
this,
scenes of
this is
everything.
exciting.
Yeah.
Like there's a show on Netflix called The Movies That Made Us, and
Oh, I've seen those. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like The Toys That Made Us or any other docu-series. But with it just gives you an insight to things, even things I had never watched a day in my life. I'm just like, you know what? I'm glad that I know that now because it just brings a new level of respect to it.
I love documentaries like that because it makes me go, wow. Well, now that I know everything about the background of it, I guess I probably shouldn't watch it.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, just to see.
Yes.
So I remember in the docuseries they talked about this.
Exactly.
Big deal.
Thank you for being here at Mr. Super Oz. This video is going out, and this channel only exists because I, Oz, founded Gamble Comics, which first release was Everlasting Survivors, a 68-page graphic novel called All Day Long. Available now. Follow the link in the description that will take you to gamblecomics.com. While there, you can get hats, shirts, posters, much, much more. But most importantly, the story itself.
But speaking of Michael J. Fox,
Talk to him.
I think it's one of the best casting choices, like
1000%.
as far as like film can go. I think Back to the Future, Teen Wolf, and not the Outsiders. There's this horror movie.
Frighteners?
Yeah, the Frighteners.
Oh, yeah.
Or like
I remember that movie.
the 3 movies that I will always remember Michael J. Fox for. But Back to the Future is like
So to me, I love that Robert Zemeckis and Bob Gale said, "You're never remaking this movie. So long as we're alive and it's in our power, we're not remaking this movie."
So we got a good 20 to 50 years before somebody tries to remake the movie.
So one of the two are already
Because
gone, I'm
unfortunately-
pretty
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
But it's the principle of it. Because, like you said with Rick and Morty, clearly people do find inspiration in it. And there have been people that have put Robert Downey Jr.'s face on Doc Brown's body and Tom Hardy. Tom Holland. Yeah.
Tom
yeah.
Holland.
I knew I
Yeah,
said
the other kid,
yeah, bunch of Toms.
Too many Toms.
Tom Hanks.
They're all over the place.
Yeah.
They're multiplying.
Yeah, Tom Hanks, Tom Cruise, Tom Hardy. But my point is they put Iron Man and Spider-Man's faces on to say, oh, this could work. Because, you can have
that dynamic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But my point is the movie doesn't need to be remade.
Nah.
Because let's say that you were to make a Back to the Future today in 2026. Do you know where they'd be going back to?
The 80s.
Oh, maybe, or the early 90s.
Yeah,
Late 80s,
90s,
early
probably.
90s.
Yeah.
And it's like, it just wouldn't be the same. Because
Wouldn't
even if you just jump to the second one and you go to the future, well, we're not going to have flying cars. We already proved that.
Yeah, definitely happening.
So it's like, just leave the memories alone.
How about to say you go ahead, Brandon.
I was just gonna say, I think Back to the Future is such a product of the 80s that it's not even funny. Like, from the clothing to what was cool back in the 80s, it's such...
Well, and
like,
we even get Cafe 80s in the future, which was so freaking cool.
Yeah.
Like, you're not gonna make Cafe 2026. What the heck?
Yeah.
Cafe 2020
What you mean?
even.
You're living in the Roaring 20s, the new Roaring 20s.
The new Roaring 20s. But so my point is, I don't think there's any sense in attempting. I like legitimately, if I was ever Grand Emperor of the world, I would make a rule that you can only remake bad movies.
I'd be all for that.
Like, if a movie failed financially or critically,
or both.
Yeah, exactly, or both. Then you have
free
reign to try
it again.
But if it succeeded, if it was financially successful, critically successful, or both, you're not. No.
Don't touch it.
Don't do it.
Don't look at it. Yeah. Don't even think about it.
There's no sense in it. And so I just think that's a fair.
Yeah, I'm about to say, and it makes plenty of sense. And there's
because I think it was you and I, but I'm sure we've probably talked about it at some point on the channel. The Eternals, critically, not beloved. Correct. Financially, I don't think that it.
I think it made it budget back.
Made
a little, but not
made its budget back, maybe a little more.
But not
it
like
was not a box office.
Exactly. And so my point just is, if somebody says in a decade or two,
I can run this back.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Jack Kirby, he deserved better.
Yeah.
Then cool. Deal. But there's no sense.
I mean, I personally am not going to watch that movie again for as long as I live. But
sure, but what I'm saying is, if in, like I said, 10 or 20 years they
do that remake, I will let everybody else watch it and tell me how it is.
Exactly.
Yeah, so then, like I agree with that. Or like maybe I might take a step further. I think if it's part of like social conscious likeness, like Family Guy did a spoof.
Oh, yeah,
on
yeah,
Back to
yeah.
the Future,
Yeah, but
where
that's fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun. It's not saying, oh, I'm gonna outdo that movie,
Right.
that trilogy
I-
with
I
my
don't-
trilogy.
I genuinely don't think you could. Like, there's
Oh, yeah.
no way to.
So
Like,
I'm just gonna go out and say it. My score for Back to the Future, the trilogy, is love. I give it top marks because I can do nothing but feel heartwarming sensations while this is on. Like,
Mhm.
can I say that there are flaws? Probably.
yeah, but you can say that with any movie.
But here's the thing. That's the beauty of the love-hate thing. They're not
Logical.
logical. They're just their feelings. And
Yeah.
so, like, this the same
My
goes for when I
emotions.
hated movies I hate. It was like, could there be some redeeming quality found? Probably, but I would just had animosity toward it. Same here. Like I love Back to the Future. Like when it's on, it's just like
I'm about to say,
happy.
It's one of those movies like back when I actually watched TV on cable. I'd be scrolling through. I'm like, oh, Back to the Future's on.
Yeah, we done. The hunt is over.
Yeah.
Quick time.
For me, I'll say the first movie is a love.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think it's one of my favorite movies of all time. Second movie, I think I'll give it a 3 out of 5. I don't like the first part of the movie when they first get to the future. I like when they actually go back to see the altered version when Biff actually gets the
Yeah.
sports almanac.
I really enjoyed
Yeah.
that
Fan of that, yeah.
that Biff world, but I also like Griff in the future. I think Griff
Mm-hmm.
is funny. I think Marty's son is funny too. So like I like I said, Cafe 80s I'm a fan of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's good.
And so like I actually like the future.
And Back to the Future.
in the grand scheme of things, and even what is set up in the future impacts the end of the third film.
Correct, yes.
So much so that I think it's important. Like that's, just love it. So
he,
good.
He loves it.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I'm totally fine. It's fine that you think it's fine, but I just think that so much of it is foundational.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And I love the end of part 2 because it goes back and you
Yep.
see all of it again. And then part 3, actually, I'll give that like a 4.
Oh, the thing I love about the thing I love about the climax of 2 is he's like, Marty, I just sent you Back to
Yeah,
the Future.
yeah, he
He's
runs.
like, but I'm back.
Yeah, he's
I'm
like,
back from
yeah,
that.
yes, I love that. Yeah,
So-
he comes around the corner. He's like, yes, yeah. And like the ending of part 2 is really, really good.
Oh,
I actually
phenomenal.
like it a lot. You know, the Avengers basically did it. So they're
Yeah.
like, yeah, so we're doing a Back to the Future type thing. They're like, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
It's like,
then they
okay.
literally wrote in the script. Yeah,
Yeah.
so we're gonna do the Back to the Future gimmick here, and then everybody
Right,
will
but,
laugh.
You know, it's playing homage to
Yeah,
like things
love
that
it.
blow. And I actually do like Back to the Future 3. It's for. I know that's the one that people are kind of maybe iffy on, but
I'm about to say
it's so
if-
different.
but
If
here's-
someone were to dislike a Back to the Future movie, 3 is usually the one.
Usually is the case, but the thing I like about it is it takes the characters that were set up and comes at them from a totally different perspective. Like Doc Brown falling in love, who would have thought that was
Right.
coming? Nobody thought that was coming.
Definitely didn't see that coming.
And then when you see when we talk about behind the scenes things,
Yeah.
do you know why the chicken gimmick was added in the second film and then turned into the yellow gimmick in the third film?
No.
Because upon the release of the movie, people called. Now, when I say this, I'm saying it in a theoretical sense, not a legitimate sense. But they called Marty a Mary Sue. It was like he's too perfect. Right?
Oh, okay.
Like there's nothing that he can't do or succeed at.
Yeah.
You know, playing the guitar, getting the girl.
Existing.
Yeah, and you know, bringing his family back from the dead,
Yeah.
if you will.
Yeah. Undefeated, never lost.
And so that's why the Bob Gale and Robert Zemeckis were like, we gotta give him some sort of character flaw.
We got to put a chink in his armor.
Exactly. And so when they gave the chicken gimmick to him, it was like, all right, yeah, being so egotistical that you can't take the slightest insult.
Yeah, the slightest knock to you.
No, yeah, I was like, smart. That's so
It's
smart.
good. It's good.
And then taking it to the yellow gimmick in the old west, I was like, it was smart. It was smart.
Good.
And then that is what ends up saving his body in the final film, but is knowing that he has this weakness and then overcoming it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And honestly, that's just being that's just good humanity. You know what I'm saying? Knowing what your weaknesses are and overcoming them as you go through life.
Exactly.
It's just
Oh.
it's a perfect analogy.
Exactly. That's why I'm a
Um,
big fan.
So first movie is obviously Love because
Yeah.
Yeah.
at this point it'd be shocking if I said anything else.
It's stupid. Who would turn a time machine from a DeLorean?
Don't even know who would like this movie. Such a movie.
Flux capacitor makes no sense. I'm sorry.
Second movie for me, it's a 4. I didn't dislike the future part as much as Brandon did, but it wasn't my favorite part. But once they went back, I'm like, that movie I love. That's right. It's just beautiful. And then 3 is also a 4. Like, it's a good movie, but it's not as good as the first
Of
film.
course, yeah.
And you're always, that's the one downside of trilogies is you always be like, yeah, but it wasn't as good as that first film, was it?
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yeah, that's why I'm cheating and pretending like
And
they're all
just
one
smashing
movie.
it all together. I mean, to be fair, even based on the rules of the channel, it still passes.
Well, exactly.
So-
yeah,
Oh
exactly.
yeah.
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 So it's all
Nobody
good.
would ever throw away Back to the Future.
Nah,
I don't
wouldn't even
think
be worth
so.
it. That first movie alone
Yeah.
justifies the other two existing.
yeah, you would just go like, yeah, I like part 2.
Yeah, part 2. I mean, a third of part 2 is part 1, so.
Yeah, true, right. So if you
I'm
like
about to
the
say, not
first
much
movie-
changing.
Well, thank you very much.
Classic,
You're welcome.
classic.
Thank you, brother.
My man. See ya.
See ya.